Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to understand about view in SQL. View means virtual table. That means it doesn't exist physically. It exists but virtually. How? Let's understand. This is an employee table. Okay, you have employee ID, employee name, employee's department, employee salary, employee's department ID. Okay, so you have the details of your employees in your company. Now let's say one person joins your company. Okay, now you want to give him a task. You are telling him that please transfer the employees to some other department. Transfer Alice to finance department. Transfer David to IT department. Okay, so you want to give him this job. But you don't want him to see the salary column. You don't want him to see how much salary Alice gets. So what you have to do? You have to create a separate table containing ID, name, department ID, all these things. Then you can tell your junior to transfer them to another departments, right? Now let's say he has updated the department ID in this particular table. Now what happened? This table is updated, but is it updated? No, because you are not letting him to work with this table. He is working with this table. So this table is not updated. Now what is happening? You are using memory for this second table. You have to use extra memory. Secondly, your original table is not updated. So you understand what is the problem? To solve this problem, this concept came, that is view. View means you are taking this needed columns and you are creating a view and you are giving it to your junior. So if you are using any particular column or some particular rows or some conditional rows, then you can use this concept called view, right? If you are standing in front of your window, then you can see part of the nature, right? Not the complete one. Same concept is used here. You are not using the complete table, but some parts of the table. That's why it is known as virtual table, or we can call it a logical table, as it is not actually a table and it is not stored anywhere, but it is a part of the original table. Clear? Okay, so you understand what is view? View is a virtual table. It doesn't exist physically, and with the important columns, you can create a view of the original table. Okay, now let's run some queries in MySQL Workbench. I have already created two tables. Let me show you the tables. One is employee tables. We have ID, name of the employees, their salary, their department ID. In department table, we have department ID, department name. Now let's understand how you can create a view. Okay, first create a view from a single table. Okay, from employee table, if I want to create a view, then how can I do it? Let's say I want to work with only those employees who have salary greater than 60,000. Okay, I'll transfer them only to other department. So I have to first fetch who have salaries more than 60,000. Then only I can work with them. So here I need a view. Okay, so first write the DQL query. Select I want ID, name and their department ID. So I can write ID, name, their department ID from table name where condition is salary greater than, let's say, equals to 60,000. Okay, so I have got the details of Bob, Carol, Frank. They are getting more than 60,000. So I will change their departments. Now I have to keep this result in a view. So I will write on top of this, I have to write create. This is a DDL command because you are defining something. So create view, give a view name. Let's say employee for transfer. Whatever you want, you can give a name and as. Okay. Now if I execute this, your view will be created. Here if you click, let me refresh. Now if I click, see our view is created. The same result. Okay, but now it is stored as a view. So now you can use this view for doing further any query. Okay, clear? Now my question is creating a view from multiple tables. How can you do this? So we have two tables, employee table, department table, and I want to create a view from these two tables. So first you have to join these two tables, and you know how to do the join. Let me show you. Select, let's say e.id, e.name, e.department id from employees. Now if I write join, join means inner join performed here. And I also want not e.department id. Let's say I want the department name from department table. Okay, that is fine. From employees. Now join with department table. Employees table you have to name as E. Department table you have to name as D. Okay, and on which is the common column here? Department ID. D dot department ID equals to E dot department ID. Right? Just check the column name. Okay. This is a simple join. We have understood this before. Departments. See, ID, name, department name. So Alice is in finance department, Bob is in HR, Carol in HR, David in ID, Eve in finance, Frank in human resources. Now I want to do some query on this. Let's say I want to see who are in HR, who are in IT. Okay, so whatever you want to perform, you can perform from this result. So I have to store this result in a view. So simple, again, you just have to write create view ddl command. So you have to give a name, joint view as. Now if I run this, say your view is created. So if I refresh this, another view is created, the same result. Okay, now you can make some queries from this. I want to see only those who are in finance department. So I want details about Alice and Eve. So you can simply write dql command, select name from joint view. This is just exactly treated as a table, but it is a view. It is not existing physically. Remember this. Okay. Select name from view where department name. So department name equals to D. Okay. So now if I see only David is working in IT. Yeah. Okay. So you understand? You can simply create a view and then you can work with your view. Okay, you understand the need of the view. Now if I want to create a view from another view, same, just let's say I want to create a view of those employees who are working in IT. Okay, or let's say who are working in HR. So Bob, Carol, Frank. So here I will write human resources. Okay, I have written some spelling mistake. Human resources, there is a space. See, Bob, Carol, Frank. Okay, now if you want, you can simply store them in another view. So I will write create view, nested view as. Here you are creating a view from a view. First you have created joint view. Now you are creating a view from the joint view. So that is why it is called as nested view. So now if you execute this, another view will be created. Let me show you. You can see this is a nested view. Understand? Okay. Now let's say I want to update a view. See, this is the employee for transfer view, and here I want to transfer Bob to 103 department. Okay, I will work with the view. I will update this view and you can see that the main table will be automatically updated. See, I will write update employee for transfer. Sorry for the spelling. Set department. What is the, just let me say, department ID equals to 103. For whom? Sorry. for Bob only. So where name equals to Bob. Now let me show you. Sorry, the spelling mistake. So it's employee. Give some meaningful name, that is better. See, now it is done. So you can see, let me show you the view first. Let me refresh this. Now see, Bob is transferred to 103 department, right? Now if I check the employees table, Bob in 103. Earlier it was in 102. Clear? So you can see I have not worked with the table. I have worked with the view which is created from the table, and I have updated the view only. I have not touched the table, but you can see the table is also updated. Okay, so you understand what is the benefits of view. You are just giving only the columns you want him to see. He is working on that column, but your original table is getting updated without letting him see the confidential columns. Clear? So this way you can update, but sometimes you may want to put some restriction so that your junior cannot update whatever he wishes to update, right? So that we can do with check option. So let me first create a view for this. Create view with finance employees. So finance employee as select star from employees table where department ID equals to 101. We have to apply the check option. So I will write with check option. Now if I execute this, now if I want to update this, just like before, same. I want to update. You have to give the view name. Our view name is finance employee. I want to transfer the finance employees to set. Just let me show you the view once. Finance employee. See, this is the view. Okay, 101, their department ID. I want to set their department ID to 102. Okay, I want to send the finance employees to HR department. So set department ID equals to 102. Okay, to everyone, let's say. You can give some wire condition or you can just send everyone. Now see, with check option failed company finance employee. So you have put a check option, so you just cannot update like this. Okay, so you get my point. This is the way you can put some restrictions also on updating. Next concept, creating a table from a view. That is very simple. Create table. Take this one. I want to create a table of those employees who are working in IT. So I can write create table IT employees. Create table name as now. So select star from joint view where the department name is IT. So where department name equal to IT. So you understand what is our task from joint view. This is a view we have created. From this view we are creating a table. Table of which employees who are working in IT. So simply I have first extracted that who are working in IT from the joint view, and now I have created a table of them. Okay, this is very simple, no issues. So you can see table will be created. Now if you refresh, you see here in this table section IT employees is created. We have Bob, Carol, David because they are working in IT. Okay, so you can create a view from a table, you can create a table from a view. Now you can use order by in a view. Let's say I want to create a view where their salary is sorted. Let me show you the employees table once. I want to create a view where the salary is sorted. Here the salary is not sorted. Okay. Now how can I do this? Same way, create view. Let's say sorted employees. employees as select star from employees, and you have to do the sorting. So you can write order by which column? Salary in descending order. If you don't write descending, it will be in ascending order. Now see, view will be created. Let me first show you sorted employees. See, now 80,000, 70,000, 60,000, 55, 52, 50,000. Okay, this is a view. This is not a table. Okay, but the salary is in sorted order. Okay, so in view don't write order by, but while making the selection from the original table you can write the order by. Clear? Okay, now the next one is updating data through a view only for updatable views. We have understood how to do updation, but one thing just keep in remember that you cannot update every view. So what are the scenarios when you cannot update? When you join from multiple tables. From a single table you can update, from multiple tables you can't. When you use any aggregate operations like count, sum, like these things, then you cannot update. Okay, when you use distinct clause or when you use group by. Okay, so when you are creating a view using these things, you cannot simply update them. Next, your view must contain all the primary columns of the original table. If not there, you cannot update, right? Or if you are using any calculated field, let's say you have calculated salary with you have multiplied 10 with the salaries, you have increased their salary and you have created a view. Now if you want to update the view, no, it is not possible. So for calculated fields also you cannot use. Okay, so you have to keep these things in mind that you cannot update view all the times, but for these kinds of scenario you simply cannot. When you are using join clause, that means when you are joining from multiple tables. Okay, clear? Now you can query from the views. I have already shown you, but if you just want, can check select star from sorted employees. Sorry, select star from sorted employees. I want to see all the details from the sorted employees. Okay, this is simple concept. Once it is created, it is just like a table. So if you want to see something, you can simply treat it as a table. Okay, so this is all about view, and I will suggest you to create view using this concept. Do some aggregate operations, create a view. Do some distinct operations, create a view. And then you try that whether you can update it or not. Then these concepts will be set in your mind. Okay, bye. Happy learning.